Hey guys, and welcome to PJ's Coin Copers. So something very different today. Today we're looking at a Rum Rebellion PNC. So this is a stamp and coin combination envelope that you can pick up from post offices. And there's been a problem with this particular PNC. So these PNCs came out on June 13. And by around lunchtime on June 13, these things were removed from sale. Now, there was actually meant to be 6 different kinds of this, but only 3 different kinds of this actually made it to market as such and were sold. And the reason why they were removed from sale is because they've actually put the wrong coin into this envelope. Okay, so this particular Rum Rebellion is the one from the post office, and it was meant to have 6,500 of them. Okay, so you could buy these for $17.95. So on the day, June 13, these things came out, and by lunchtime they were withdrawn. Now the reason for that is because they put the wrong coin in here. Now if we look closer at the coin, and I'll zoom in a bit, this is not the Rum Rebellion coin. It's actually the Mutiny on the Bounty coin. So there was also another PNC. I'm fairly certain that was also came out that was meant to have the Mutiny on the Bounty coin in it. But this particular one doesn't have the Rum Rebellion coin in it. It's got the Mutiny on the Bounty coin in it. So this is a $1 coin, and these ones aren't numbered, but there are 2 other coins that were numbered. Now, the other 2 are actually far more rare than this particular one here. So the first one that's the most rarest, and what we're looking at here is, see how we've got this overprint here. Now, normally these things actually have a proper stamp on here, but this one doesn't have an actual stamp. It's just got the postage paid Australia on it. But they've put a stamp over it to cancel the stamp. Now, on I don't know exactly when it sold or what happened, but there was supposed to be 4 different kinds of these coming out over 4 different days. So on the first day, they put out one it's got a different stamp here. It's actually green, and it's got the word France on it. And that particular one, there was meant to be 200, and they were individually numbered. So apparently, from what I've been able to read and try and find out, possibly only around 80 of those were actually sold. So that makes that particular one the most rare. Now, the next lot were sold at the Sydney Stamp and Coin Expo, and they had a different overprint. They had this particular overprint, but they had another overprint just saying Sydney Stamp and Coin Expo down the bottom here, and those were numbered between 1 and 100. All of those sold. So we know that there's 100 of those ones out there. Not totally sure on how many of the French ones were out there. And then this particular one was being able to be sold through post offices. So this is the standard one that you'd be able to pick up for $17.95. 6,500 of them were going out. But obviously the problem, someone drew to their attention that it had the wrong coin in it, and they removed them from sale. Now, I know that Grant Fenton was able to pick up one of these, and he showed me a photo of it the day that he actually bought it, and yep, that was good. Nice PNC. I wasn't familiar with it, and all of a sudden he contacted me the next day to say that they'd removed it from sale. And anyway, I soon found out that the reason why was because of the wrong coin, and sure enough, Grant had one with the wrong coin on it. Anyway, it wasn't until today. I have been to the post office a number of times since, but and I'd looked to see if they had some of these PNCs sitting there. Anyway, I thought, look, I'll just ask, and as they didn't have any of these on display, they had other ones, and I thought I'd just ask and see if he had one, and sure enough, he had one. When he went to scan it, it wouldn't scan, and so I was able to. He put the sale through anyway, which was great, and I was able to buy this PNC. And I was really happy with that because I really wanted to bring it to your attention and do a video on it. And so I was lucky enough to get one. If he had 10, I would have bought 10, but he only had one. I didn't tell him that there was something special with it, but I think there's still possibly an opportunity that you can go to your local post office. If they've got coins, maybe there's a chance that you can get yourself one of these. So these things here, they're currently selling, based on what I've seen on eBay, for around the $170 each. So if you can get one, they're well worth having. I'm not going to sell mine. I'm just going to keep it. I don't care what the value is. It's more special to me because it is an error and it's something unique. And we don't know how many of this particular one would have been sold and how many are out there in the marketplace. I've probably seen about 10 or 15, maybe 20 that have sold on eBay of this particular kind, and a few of the other ones have sold as well. But it's well worth trying your local post office, especially if they already hold coins and PNCs. It's well worth asking and see if you can get a hold of this special error PNC. Who knows what it'll do in price? It probably has dropped back a little bit. I think initially when these came out, they were certainly selling for around the $200, $250 mark. But the price has dropped back a bit. That tends to happen when the excitement dies down and the number of buyers drop off. But I don't know how these sort of things are going to go in the future. You know, whether or not they are going to be going up in price, whether it's whether I've missed the mark and maybe I should be selling now, but it's more valuable to me than the money, and that might be the case for you as well. But it's worth asking the question, and that's why I wanted to put this video out there. But yeah, I think it's something that'll be a special part of history in some ways, even though someone really did stuff up. But it's the kind of things that we love as collectors, is to find rarities, and we love it when the mint make mistakes. And in this case, it wasn't the mint making this mistake; it was Australia Post who have made the mistake, or whoever puts these things together for Australia Post. But it made it all the way to the point of sale before someone actually realised that the wrong coin was in these things. So there's a big problem there, and obviously they've got to try and sort that one out. But we are benefiting from that. So let me know if you got one of these, if you're able to get one. Really keen to know how many have possibly made it out there. And what do you think the price is going to do long term? Is it going to drop back a fair bit? I think it may drop back a bit, but I really don't know. I don't know what other error PNCs have done in the past. I'm not even familiar with any other error PNCs. So let me know if there's other ones, and it'd be interesting to look at what the price has done over that time. Alright guys, hope you've enjoyed this look at the Rum Rebellion PNC. I'm not sure what they're going to do. I'm assuming that they'll bring out a correct version of this with the correct coin, and I'll certainly grab one of those as well. But yeah, be interesting to see what happens. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll have another video for you soon.